Get ready. It's time to Doge California. That's right. We have a plan to bring the Department of Government Efficiency Analysis to California state and local government to expose corruption and waste of your taxpayer money. Coming up, we'll tell you what we're looking at and how you can help us in this fight. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state representative representing District 75 in the state assembly. You've seen what's going on in Washington, D.C. with Elon Musk, who's been assigned by President Trump to do a tooth-to-tail audit of every federal dollar in the federal budget, plus every federal program, every federal contract, every grant, every transfer, every payment. It is brilliant. And of course, like cockroaches running in a greasy kitchen, Democrats are trying to hide the waste, fraud, and abuse, as well as the outright corruption. Doge is already paying dividends. Of course, the battle is not over by any measure. It's going to be a tough slog to go through the federal budget and eliminate the waste. But while that's happening at the federal level, we should apply the same type of analysis to state and local government here in California. And we know we're going to find a whole lot more wasteful spending and corrupt practices. At Reform California, we're launching this effort from the outside of state government. Sure, we don't have the official imprimatur of a president backing us up. And we are also going to have state agencies who will fight to withhold information. But at Reform California, we are ready to hire outside investigators and to apply rigorous forensic accounting analysis to state and local budgets. But we're going to need your help. So I'm going to state up front how you can help, but I'm also going to let you know what we're already starting to do. There are 5 areas of inquiry that we are launching as part of the California Doge effort at Reform California. First off, how you can help. Go to the website reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org. Check out the stories that we have up there because we are going to be presenting all of our findings on wasteful spending at that website. It is going to be ground zero for Reform California's efforts to expose corruption, waste, fraud, and abuse in government. Please sign up so that you will get the updates every Friday through our Reform California news wrap. Every Friday at 9 a.m., we'll send out an update as to what we've been working on for the past week and how you can help join the fight. Sign up at the bottom of that website, reformcalifornia.org, first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code so that you are plugged in to this growing grassroots movement to take back our state from the far left insanity that we've been seeing. Also, we don't receive any government funding. The only way we're going to be able to pull this off is if you put gas in our tank. Chip in a contribution of any amount right now at that website, reformcalifornia.org. If you go to the top right, the contribute button is up there. The average contributor is giving $67 a year. It's about $5 or $6 a month. Do whatever you can. You don't have to do a monthly contribution. Chip in a one-time contribution to help us in this effort. Also, I am taking whistleblower ideas. If you are a state or local government employee, or if you know any dirt on state and local government, any wasteful spending, let us know about it. We get our best tips from members of the public and whistleblowers who are basically good people, knowing that corruption's happening and waste is happening, and they want to see it ended. That's why they give us the tips. Also, if you have ideas for programs or inquiries that we should be launching, let us know at the website reformcalifornia.org or sound off in this video in the comment section below. With that, let me tell you the 5 areas that we're already looking at in California state and local government. The first, what are people being paid in government? What are their salaries? What are their benefits packages? And how does that compare with the private sector for a similar job? It is labor cost benchmarking. And what we're finding is that government employees are earning substantially more than what the local labor market would justify. The private sector or the nonprofit sector paying less, and government employees are not really held accountable. Remember, we just saw Elon Musk send out that brilliant email to government employees saying, what 5 things have you done in the past week? What did you accomplish in the past week? Give us 5 things you did. And of course, it's like federal government employees are all triggered. So we need to be looking not only at the cost of employees in terms of salaries and benefits, but the cost benefit. What are we getting for bloated bureaucracies? Are they held accountable for measurable performance targets? Are they subject to employee performance evaluations? Again, what we are finding is that California state government has a millionaires club. Here's the Sacramento Bee. This is just from 2 weeks ago. These California state workers make over $1 million, and the list of millionaires is growing. Even when the Sacramento Bee, liberal as it is, points out egregiously high state government salaries, you know there's a bigger problem. There's actually a website sponsored by a nonprofit organization, Transparent California. And by the way, in full disclosure, I started this analysis at the local level 20 years ago. And Transparent California is a project that I helped inform and have supported for the last 20 years. They provide the salaries and pension benefits of state and local government employees. Check out the website, transparentcalifornia.com. And it allows you to see the full cost of employees. Check out your own city. You are going to see salaries that are just outrageous. I'm just, I'm just going to pick one up from a city in my district, the city of San Diego. And when you go on this website, again, you can look at any city for 2023. You click on the website and it shows you outrageous salaries for city employees. You can do this for any city in the state of California. And so I really want you to become citizen watchdogs. Check out what people are being paid. Here's the city of San Diego, chief operating officer, $604,000. An investment officer, nearly $600,000, $588. Retirement administrator, $585,000. Charla Looney, the administrative aide, an administrative aide? Are you kidding me? $563,000. The mayor, $533,000. Again, what it does at Transparency California is they look at the total cost of hiring a state government employee. Now, some of the costs are pension debt, but here's a police sergeant. Again, I love police officers. It's wonderful. But $416,000 for a police sergeant? Absolutely insane. So that's the first thing we're looking at is the salaries and benefits of state employees and whether we're getting any sort of productivity out of them through performance evaluations of employees. Second area of inquiry, transfers, grants, and other subsidies of political groups in the state of California. And this is a big problem. We are seeing state government and local government funding for fringe groups that are involved with protests against Jewish students on college campuses who are in favor of the Black Lives Matter movement, even funding of Planned Parenthood. And I'm not talking about health services. I'm talking about advocacy, going into schools. City of San Diego schools, their school district has a grant for Planned Parenthood to come in without any knowledge to parents and talk about their services and various clinic locations for minors in elementary school and in high school. That's taxpayer money going to groups that parents and taxpayers may not feel comfortable with their tax dollars supporting. In San Diego County, the Transparency Foundation has a report out. This is just 2 years ago, but I want to do this report for state government as well as every county in the state of California. Follow the money. San Diego County investigation reveals how left-wing organizations in San Diego County get inappropriate funding while engaging in lobbying, issue advocacy, and political activities. How much did they find? $6.6 million. just for 2021, 2022 period. And these groups are engaged in ballot harvesting, lobbying on tax increases and other far left policies. A lot of groups are also out there trying to hire high school and college students to canvass for causes. This basically is nothing more than political mobilization, community organizing, again, with your taxpayer money. We want to know what groups are funded with taxpayer dollars. What are they doing with your taxpayer money? And if you find that to be inappropriate, we need to cut it, because your taxpayer money shouldn't go to fund the left-wing political groups in the state of California. Third area of inquiry is how much money is going to people who are not supposed to be here in the first place, illegal immigrants. 2 weeks ago at the budget hearing, I uncovered $10 billion in healthcare, free healthcare handouts to illegal immigrants, of which the vast majority of that's in the state general fund, about $8 billion coming from the state general fund for Medi-Cal. In fact, 23% of every general fund Medi-Cal dollar spent last year was given to an illegal immigrant. I got that information on the record into public just by asking tough questions at a budget hearing. And so we're looking at how much are the handouts costing us for illegal immigrants, for welfare payments, travel payments, legal defense, free health care, free housing. Again, they're given a whole suite of benefits and packages and goodies that the average taxpayer doesn't get. I know working families who are struggling with their healthcare premiums, not illegal immigrants. The fourth area that we're looking at of corruption in government. So we have high salaries for government employees and benefit packages. We've got the funding of left-wing groups. We have illegal immigrant payouts. The fourth area is contract rigging. And this is where politically connected contractors and groups are getting the contracts in government, even though they don't have the qualifications or they're not giving us a good price. A lot of this is boondoggle contracting. So, for example, the high-speed rail project, we know that ain't ever going to get built, but the reason why billions and billions of dollars continues to be wasted on the project is that politically connected developers, contractors have won the contracts, and they are literally grifting at your taxpayer expense. We also see this in the form of legislation that requires that only union companies be given contracts for state and local construction projects. They're called project labor agreements. This increases the cost of building a school or building a road or building any sort of infrastructure by 30 to 50%. Because when you eliminate all sorts of competition and hotwire it for one bidder, the union firm, prices go up. And of course, all of the workers on that project pay union dues into the union political trust, which then, of course, generates campaign contributions for the politicians that mandate these anti-competitive contract awards. We also see the use of various legislation to shake down private contracts. It's called Greenmail. And this is where the union sues under the California Environmental Quality Act. The Environmental Quality Act has nothing to do with the environment anymore. It's nothing but a shakedown scam that's sanctioned by liberal politicians in the state of California. They say, yeah, use CEQA to go shake someone down, extort them for a union-only contract. Again, increasing the cost to whatever project got shaken down, but lining the pockets of the labor union bosses and, of course, generating those campaign contributions for politicians. We want to follow the money. We want to expose this. It may not be a direct expenditure of government funds, but it is an added cost to you, the general public, and it's corruption. Finally, the fifth area that we're going to be looking at are illegal taxes. This is where the state or local government illegally adds a charge to something like water bills, electricity bills, gas appliances. And by adding these illegal fees and charges, they're stealing your money. The Transparency Foundation, once again, I go back to their work. And again, in full disclosure, I used to serve on their board, which is why they were doing a lot of Doge-like projects. I always like to say, we've been doing Doge work before Doge was popular. But in the Transparency Foundation, in January of 2024, they exposed the doubling of our utility rates, our electricity rates, but they found $4.5 billion in hidden state taxes added to utility bills, increasing the average utility bill by about 14%. Again, none of these are voted on by the people, and they're not even seen by you on your bill. You don't even know that you're paying this hidden tax or fee, but you need to know, and we need to eliminate those added charges. Again, this is all about transparency. It's also about accountability. And we need both in California state and local government. That's why we need to Doge California. So sound off in the comment section below. Those are the 5 priority areas we're going after. But what else do you want us to look at? What else should we audit on your behalf? But remember, we can't do any of this work and bring it to the public light without your support. We don't have control of the governor's mansion. We're not the majority in the state legislature, although I'm going to be using my office to shine a light on state and local government spending. We need your help to research, investigate, audit, expose, and of course, educate voters so that they can vote for change. Go onto the website, reformcalifornia.org, sign up at the bottom so you keep getting updates on our work. But more importantly, chip in a contribution, put fuel in our tank to fight this movement. Until next time, I'm Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Representative. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.